All right, guys, we're gonna get started here.
I'm gonna be working on my stand-up
And
material.
oh god, he's gonna really do this.
Yes, I got my notes, man. But let's do this. Let's get started. Got a lot to say.
All right.
That's not good about Superman.
Hello. Welcome to episode 216. Not feeling mean on the Super Weapon Podcast, most overpowered podcast on the internet. It's your boy Darius Artist, and as always, I got my co-host DC here with me today.
What up, though, everybody? We are in the building. It's another beautiful, brisk Saturday. Yes, sir. It's a little brisk outside. It's a little cold, but
The
no matter
Saturday
what the weather
before
is,
Christmas.
we'll be here. We'll be here, damn it. And yes, Christmas is in a few days. I hope you guys got all of your Christmas shopping done and all that good stuff. You could just sit by the fireplace with your well-knitted socks on and kick your feet up and relax. Forget about work and all that stuff and just spend time with the family as you listen to us talk about games and whatnot.
Yeah, man. And of course, if you guys don't celebrate Christmas, happy holidays. Here in the U.S., it is that time of year for us. As we get to close out another year, 2024, heading into 2025, I just will say real quick, I'm very thankful to be here, man. I know not a lot of us get to make it this far every year. And it's, a blessing to be able to still be here to do this, with our community and, of course, the bro host with the mo host, DC, man. I appreciate everybody. And this will be just a quick PSA. This will be the last episode for the year of 2024. So we'll be back either that first or second Saturday. I got to look at the calendar because I don't know dates, but
Let me see.
yeah, man, I'm just happy to be here, man. We're going to have some fun this last episode. Just kind of relax, talk about some fun stuff, and yeah. So I think I feel like it's probably best to just start with the Superman trailer at this point. For those of
Get
you,
in there.
for those of you guys who haven't seen the trailer, there was a teaser trailer for the teaser that happened I think earlier this week. For the new Superman movie that's being headed up by James Gunn. If you guys don't know, Guardians of the Galaxy director, as well as the director for Suicide Squad. And, now he is moved over to Marvel, and he's moved over to DC. Oh my God, I'm an idiot. He's moved from Marvel over to DC, and now he's the head of DC films, as far as I know. And yeah, man, we're just not gonna give too many impressions. We're actually gonna do something fun and watch the trailer live on stream on the podcast. So if you guys haven't seen the trailer, of course, check it out on YouTube. But yeah, I think it'll be fun let's just go ahead and jump into it.
Ooh, blue clouds.
He got that Yamcha pose.
How Dragon Ball affects everything, right? Such a cultural phenomenon.
Yeah. Jeez.
And for flagging purposes, folks, y'all know the drill. Y'all know what YouTube's about. We can't give y'all too much audio here because we'll be flagged.
They can take their flag. I'm just kidding.
Is that his dad?
That is, I believe, Jonathan
That's his
Kent.
Earth dad.
Yeah, I think that's Jonathan Kent. I haven't looked up any casting really for the movie yet, but I think that is him. And we have the goodest of boys coming in.
Oh, God, this is where I get pissed.
Come on, man.
Super Mutt.
Everybody loves Crypto, man. He's a good boy.
Oh, God. I'll keep my thoughts to myself. We're going to be positive today. Why does Luther look like he's 12? Yo, I would have beamed him to hell. Okay.
Man, Superman, Superman.
Why does Lex Luthor look like Andrew Tate? Never mind. Keep going. So I think this is where I want to start off at, right? I think this is where I want to start off at. Chat, bear with me here, all right?
Here we go.
Because I've always take notes because I'm a note-taking man. Because if I didn't take notes, I would lose my mind. I would literally forget what we were talking about. All right, so first things first. The look, the aesthetics of Mr. Superman, aka Clark Kent, aka swoosh his hair back, take off his glasses, no one knows who the hell he is anymore. How do we feel about the aesthetics? I know a lot of people was online and they were not really feeling it. I will say one thing positive here. First of all, take what I say with a grain of salt because I'm not the biggest Superman fan, but I didn't think his look was that bad. I thought he actually, I think they hit the mark with the look there a little bit. People get this nostalgic shit going on and they kind of get like stuck into one way and they kind of just sit there and then it's like you can't do anything else. But to me, as far as the look goes, I think it's all right. I think he looks pretty superish, right?
I love the aesthetics, man. That's probably my favorite thing about the trailer. It definitely is very James Gunn coded. Like if you guys have ever seen Guardians of the Galaxy or either I think he directed the second Suicide Squad movie, but James, he always likes to play with color. And I agree with you that I think people have just gotten used to the old DCU, that Zack Snyder look where everything was very muted and desaturated. And I think that was a good look for the time that it that came in. But I think this is my favorite thing about the look of this. And from what James Gunn was saying, this isn't a origin story for him. He's been Superman I think for a few years. In the trailer, and it kind of played up to that. It looks like he's still going through the struggles of winning over the people, the populace, if you will. You see the guy
taking cans to the head.
Yeah, the guy threw that can at his head.
God, I would have beamed his ass.
That wouldn't have. He probably didn't even feel that.
He would have got homelandered.
Come on, man. Jesus. But
I saved this freaking city. You don't throw a can at my head, bro? Right. Rude ass.
But yeah, I think like just the tone of the trailer itself really kind of painted what I think he's trying to illustrate with that. I don't think people should be afraid of color, personally. And he honestly looks a lot like the previous Superman. I'm drawing a blank on his name, man.
I know you're talking about. Jesus Christ, we are horrible. Superman. And your algorithm look just like mine. Why are we watching all the same stuff?
Actors. Henry Cavill. Jesus Christ, there we go. He kind of looks like a younger Henry Cavill to me, but I'm not saying that like it's a bad thing. But I think that I like the trailer. I'll just say that straight up. I thought this was cool. I hope DC does well because Marvel has been in a bit of a funk, I think, with just their movie properties lately. Personally, I think.
You think it's their time to come up, DC?
I hope so. I mean, this will do nothing but push, the comic book movie genre forward, in my opinion. I mean, DC's always done well with their animated films, and I want to see this translate to real life, to their live action stuff. I think that would be cool.
Nice.
I thought it was fun. I give it a fun out of 10. I'm not gonna give it like a score.
Fun out of 10.
Yeah,
and we got to make that like your merchandise or something. That has to go.
It's a fun out of 10 for me. And speaking of like Lex, I actually read this really interesting thing somebody put in perspective for Lex Luthor, how he is always kind of like a villain of the time period he represents. Where you've had Lex Luthors before that were kind of very warlike, or you know, they just kind of fit that time period. And this looks like kind of like the Silver Age uh Superman to me. But you know, the Lex Luthor we saw in this trailer looks like he's like a tech crypto bro, which I think is hilarious. But he already
How they
looks
kind of
like,
incorporate that into
yeah, into like his
modern
character,
events,
right?
like
Yeah.
yeah. Well,
So
I see. This is the thing, right? I like to challenge myself,
yeah,
okay? Because I don't like Superman. I'm gonna throw that out there.
sure.
I freaking do not like Superman. So I try to challenge myself to find these this glimmer of light
Uh huh.
in things, even if I don't like it, right? Therapy, all that, been going to therapy. This has been the results of that, right? Okay, whatever. But I do want to start off with the positive, right? So I'll say this. I always thought it was interesting the dynamics between Superman and Lex Luthor, right?
Yeah.
You have a human who people look up to as a god because of wealth, power, and all that stuff, right? But then you have someone who has superpowers that people look at as a god as well. And it's just like this dynamic of like Superman could literally just go kill this guy, right? But he don't. So you have to ask yourself, like, I just think this is a very interesting dynamic between the two.
Yeah.
Or should I say he won't kill him? Because, you know, Superman, for the most part, like most heroes, he has a code, right? He's not gonna like just outright murder somebody.
He will if he feels the need to, but I think in a lot of
Yeah.
ways he pities Lex. You know, whereas Lex Luthor has this fanaticism with him because he has everything Lex wants, which is ironic for the guy who has everything, right? You know,
Right.
I've always found that, just like you said, you know, I think their dynamic is some of the most interesting, probably like my favorite hero villain dynamic outside of
Yeah.
like a Spider-Man villain that they would have with, you know what I mean? Like, he just, because he always seems like he wants to either knock Superman down a peg, you know, or
Because he looks at Superman as like a villain, so to speak.
yes, he does.
And so that's why I think that dynamic is like so crazy because he looks at him like, yo, this guy could turn on us at any time. Like, we got this overpowered alien. Why are y'all putting so much trust in him? You know what I'm
Yeah, and
saying?
it's like even watching the trailer, right? Like, cause I've watched this. I think this was probably my third time watching the trailer. I feel like with DC, you know, their heroes are looked more at like literal gods on Earth versus, I mean, some of them are in that case, but you know, versus like Marvel, where their characters seem more relatable to the everyday person.
Hmm.
And I kind of like that. I think I like that difference with the two different franchises.
I'll
And
agree with that for sure.
you
Yeah.
know, like even
Good
with
point.
Henry Cavill Superman, like I liked some of his movies. I did. You know, I know some of them didn't sit too well with some people, but I thought Henry Cavill did a good job representing, like, you know, a hero who struggles, you know, with power, because he is, you know, he is all power, essentially all powerful in a lot of instances.
Right.
And I'm curious how the trailer or this franchise is, the movie's going to turn that into something relatable for the audience, because like I said, you know, from what James Gunn said, this isn't an origin story. We're not, this isn't, you know, his first time putting on his uniform. I mean, you know, what I thought was a nice touch too, like the trunks that he wears, like those Silver Age kind of trunks. He said the reason Superman wears those is because he wants kids to look at him kind of like a wrestler. You know, he wants kids to not be afraid of him. You know, and that kind of like, you know, tells you where Superman's head is when it comes to wanting to save people. But you know, for whatever reason, people have turned on him. You know, just like I said, you
He's on
know,
a press run, basically.
yeah, you know, the the can of beans to the back of his head type shit. But
But
and that,
it's
you know, it's just interesting. Like, and I'm curious how, you know, he said that he didn't make this movie with the intent of leading into other things, and that's probably my favorite thing that he said so far.
yes.
You
I
know,
love it.
he's like, if it does, it does, but they didn't go in
They're
making
not
this
forcing
movie.
it.
Yeah, they're not
Yeah, they
forcing
didn't go in
a
like we want to introduce Hawk Girl, then she gets all this, and we're gonna introduce this person, and it's
right.
gonna.
Yeah, because I mean,
I've been
you can
saying that for the
see,
longest.
yeah, because you can see other heroes in the movie itself, and it looks like, You know, like I
Hmm.
said, like a lot of these heroes have been active for a few years by the time this movie starts, and I think that's cool. Like I think that's cool that he's showing that because all these heroes have different personalities. You know, especially with Nathan Fillion playing Green Lantern, Jay Gardner, which I think is hilarious. Every time I see his hair, it just makes me laugh uncontrollably. Cause that's how his hair looks in the comic, like that, that bob, that
Right,
blonde
right.
bob is just so funny to me. And I'm curious
Yeah,
how
they ain't
you,
been making memes out of that the whole week since
yeah,
the trailer dropped.
yeah, and it's just cool, man. Like I think the villain, his name's Metamorpho. He is I remember learning about Metamorpho like from the like Justice League animated TV show. And he's always been
Mhm.
like a guy who wasn't necessarily a villain, but he's more misunderstood. And I think that kind of plays perfect for it once again, like the tone that it looks like they're trying to hit on. So, I
Yeah, I think there's a human side of this, right?
yeah.
I think they're trying to hit on a not making it. How can I say this? Like not making it so superhero ish.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like to make it more relatable. Like you got this guy. Like think about Superman. He does have all this power, but at the same time, on a lower level, he just wants people to like him. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like I'm not a threat. Like I'm not going to kill you. Like I'm here to help.
Right.
But just like in real life, a lot of this can be relatable because people are going to see you however they want to see you. Like they're going
Right.
to look at you, and I'm pretty sure Lex Luthor character feeds off of that. Like I'm pretty sure he's the one who starts up a lot of shit when
He
it comes to
does.
people not liking Superman.
He does,
Like
yes.
he probably have his own propaganda or his own TV commercials because he's rich. Like, hey,
Yeah.
don't trust Superman. So I think now that I think about it, like I'm not the biggest Superman fan, but I will go see this just off of that alone, just
Yeah.
that aesthetic of it, because I do want to see how he overcomes not just like the villain, right? I
Yeah.
want to see how he overcomes the bad press. How does he become likable? If he do, he might not. He might have to make some decisions that piss a lot of people off
Yeah, he
because
may not
I
even
hope they
solve that
explore
issue
that,
by the end
right?
of the movie, right? Yeah.
Right. He might have to make one of those choices that is going to leave someone dead or something dramatic is going to happen. Like he may not have the answers to everything. And I think that's what he struggles with. And as a person who like loves stories and story driven, I loved that kind of aspect to stuff.
Yeah.
Like give me that dynamic that man, like, okay, I'm struggling to be a hero. I like that. I like that. Like, what do I do? Because everything that I do seems to piss somebody off.
Yeah, it's like
So,
I can't do enough good. I mean, even and that even kind of reflects with his relationship with his dad,
right.
Jonathan, and how Jonathan's always kind of encouraged him to be super or to be extraordinary, and Superman has always tried the opposite. That's
Right.
because he essentially grew up on a small, and it's so ironic that he grew up on
Morality, right?
like a small farm, so he kind of has that small mind mentality.
Hmm.
Don't stand out, don't and, and I think it's funny too. This shot here with him walking through the crowd, I think it's
Right.
hilarious that they showed that they hired a bunch of shorter, just like everyday people to make him seem
To make him seem
like
huge.
he's tower. Yeah,
Yeah.
I just it's just all that stuff that they're trying to reinforce through the trailer is pretty cool to me. And I like you said, I'm gonna go see this. I do want to see this. This comes out July 11th of next year, and
Nice
I'm
hot ass day.
yeah, it's gonna be hot outside, and I'm curious what this is going to do for the DCU. I mean, because they've had some success with like Peacemaker, the Penguin's TV
Yeah, as
show.
far as their shows, right? They've been
Yeah,
hitting on
I
all
mean,
cylinders.
yeah, I mean even the Batman movie that came out a couple years ago is good. Now I will say I don't think Robert Pattinson's Batman is a part of this universe. I could be wrong on that. I haven't seen anything that said otherwise.
Hmm.
But I think that is. So I'm wondering if they're gonna have like a second, just another Batman actor, because I mean he's pretty much the only one. Him and I think Martian Manhunter and Wonder Woman are the ones we haven't seen in the trailer. Doesn't mean they're not in the movie,
Standalone
but
movies.
I mean we'll see. Yeah,
Standalone
like
movies. I think that's where DC should go. I
Yeah.
love the fact that this doesn't have anything to do with nothing else.
Yeah.
I think all their movies, like, say if they came out with something and another character was in it, that's cool. But to
Yeah.
like kind of force it, I think DC should just take a whole different route from Marvel. Like, we don't have to build up this big old cinematic universe and lead up to a big bad after 10 years of, because
Yeah.
I really feel like Marvel really screwed 10 years of my life. Like, I can't believe we actually sat up there and watched all
I'll
that
say this
cinema.
much. I'll say this much. I think it worked for the time that they when they did it. I think it played off well, but
To try to do it again,
things
no.
I think their problem was they spread the butter too much on trying to link everything back to one major storyline was their problem in my opinion. You know,
I
because
think, and
once we
I
got
want to
into the
add
era
on
of
to
like
that.
TV and we got to the era
Yeah,
of
you
you
beat me
know
to it.
post Iron Man and stuff like everything. Like I didn't mind that
I think
everything
the
kind of
shows,
branched out from what happened with Thanos, but they were still trying to weave it back after you branched it out. They were trying to weave it back in into
and I
Kang. You know
blame
what I
the
mean? So
shows. Like, I blame a lot of the app shows.
yeah,
Like, it was just too much after a while. Now, if the app shows stood on their own as their own show, that would have been fine. But
yeah,
like, Marvel just kind of like you said, it was like, okay, we trying to bring it all back into this other, like, we're working on this big bad, so now we got to bring everybody back together. And eh, yeah, it fell flat. I think a lot of the shows and stuff fell flat. People started to lose interest, and now it's DC's time to attack.
yeah. I mean, like the quality of stuff really wasn't great. I mean, I will say this: like, I am excited to see Captain America next
Oh
February.
man, let me tell you something. You mean
Like
James Bond?
that looks really good.
James Bond. It
Like
looked like a James Bond flick, and I'm here for it.
yeah, and I honestly, man, like I feel like they didn't really know how to proceed past Robert Downey Jr.'s era, like the era of Iron Man and Cap, because
Hmm.
they were so iconic in that run of superhero films. Like even to the point where they're bringing RDJ back, right, as Doctor Doom, which I don't necessarily agree with, but
You
I
and the, yeah, majority of
I
folks
feel
do
like
not
they
agree.
were like, okay, we need like a shot in the arm for the MCU to get it back on a stable foot. And I honestly like I feel like if they would have kept going with stuff like Loki season 1 and season 2, that would have been a lot more interesting. Even like WandaVision was really good. Like a lot of people
Yeah,
don't,
people
you
low
know.
key tend to get it. Got a lot of praise. I still haven't watched it, but people,
I think you would enjoy it, and you don't even have to see. In my opinion, you don't have to see like the Avengers movies
yeah, that's what
because
people were telling me.
it does enough to loop you in onto certain key points to how he got where he is in the show. Like it
Hmm.
doesn't. It's not a requirement to go back and watch, Infinity War and Endgame. In my opinion, anyway. But yeah, I mean, Superman
So,
looks great, man. Like
would this be considered like? Is this a reboot?
what Superman? Yes, 100%.
So that's kind of part, like, with Batman and like Superman, especially Superman. So yeah, because they said they were kind of like rebooting the whole
Yeah,
DC.
after Zack Snyder kind of walked away from the
Oh yeah, yeah,
DCU,
that's
and
right. Because when
then
James Gunn came, they were supposed to be rebooting everything.
yeah, and then
Okay.
that whole merger with Warner Brothers, and I forget who they merged with, but that
Nissan? No.
no, it was another big media company. I'm blanking on it, but they took that as a chance to kind of reboot, and I'm glad they did because, like I said, everything was just so dark and gloomy, like aesthetic wise, for a lot of those
Hmm.
movies and I mean personally, like a lot of those movies I didn't really enjoy,
Oh, so we
myself.
might get
So
a Doomsday. We might get a Doomsday or another Dark Side.
I could see them doing like a Doomsday as like a second or third film. You know what I mean? Like
The heavy
I would
hitters.
almost prefer that because then you could really play off of the fact that he kills Superman. Because most times when they fight for the first time, Superman loses. And I mean, they
Mm.
had Doomsday in that one movie. I can't remember which one it was, but
Was it Hulk when Hulk was fighting
I
Doomsday?
think it was yeah. Uh, no, no, no.
Am I tripping? Not Hulk. Who was fighting Doomsday?
I forget. It was like a team up movie. I think it was Batman and Superman.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Okay.
Batman versus
You're right,
Superman,
you're
I
right.
think it was just really bad. Like, because Doomsday looked like a giant, like skinny baby,
It does
and
say that we're playing COD.
yeah, I'm
Hold on.
changing it now.
Oh God.
I don't know why
You're
it
right.
didn't save it because I definitely changed it before the pod. Thanks, Darkstar. If you guys are listening to the podcast and me change the title live right now, it's because we are on Twitch. So please come
And I'm
hang with
working
us.
on my material.
So here we go. There we go. I changed it. Sorry about that, guys.
I feel like a Death Note. Like, hold on. What is your name? Aloysius Peanut Butter.
Stupid.
Yeah. Why does he always write
Yeah.
like this though? This would make me mad. He'd be like,
You know, I've never seen Death Note. I've never watched it. Never wanted to, really. I've heard great things.
you're not missing nothing.
I know the entire
Like
story
every
of it,
other
but
thing, like it starts off good and it jumps the shark
Yeah.
really bad.
like I've heard the story. I know the story of Death Note. I've just never sat down and watched it personally. That's just confession.
Boy, I'm talking about dude's name don't even be that long. His name might be like Mike,
Yeah.
like Mike Katz. And he,
It's like I get the memes and stuff people do with Death Note and all that. Like I just never really had a desire to watch it. You know,
like, why are you writing so long?
confessional. Yeah, I guess that may. If that
But
makes,
yeah, man. So I got faith in James Gunn.
yeah, I like James Gunn, man. Like he
I got
does fun
I got
films. You know what I mean? Like his movies are pretty
and
entertaining.
keep it balanced. Like it don't have to be super dark in nature, but please learn from Marvel. Marvel have some of the worst written jokes ever of all time. Fight me on this.
I
We
mean,
can debate about
as
it
long
on
as-
Twitter. They're horrible.
He's not the director of Thor, so I'm fine with that.
I don't know what Marvel be thinking about, but them jokes be landing so flat. I'd be like, why?
Yeah.
Or they'll have like this serious moment and they'll kill the momentum with a stupid joke. And it's like, was this scene supposed to be serious? Like, oh
Right.
God. One thing I always said about Marvel, always had a gripe about, was the tone. They always seemed to like really couldn't catch a good groove when it came to the tones of whatever we were watching. Like, especially in Thor. What was it? Ragnarok? Oh my
Love
God.
and no, I think it was Love and Thunder, whichever the third
No,
one was.
I never watched that, and I will not.
Yeah.
It was Ragnarok for me.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
refuse. You want to torture me? Tie me to a chair. Eyelids
I mean,
peeled.
I will just say this. I think they ruined his MCU character. I mean, even the actor pretty
Oh,
much said as much.
I was supposed to be that guy, bro.
Yeah.
When the actors start complaining, because you know why he started complaining, right?
Thor
Because
was so
fans
silly,
started
bro.
threatening him.
Yeah, like
Fans-
Thor was just like, you know, don't. I don't want to get off on this fucking off the rails here, but
Fans was like, he was like, yo, I have nothing to do with this.
yeah,
I'm just doing what they write.
he was like a jock. He was just a dumb jock, and I hated that. I hated it
It
so
is.
much.
Yeah, Thor's supposed to be a better character than that, but we're not talking about Marvel. We're talking about DC.
Yeah.
Good job, Gunn. We're going to be looking forward to this, man. And wait, why is this black guy in the background? Look at him. Who's he
He's angry.
pointing at? He's angry.
He was about to point at
Look at
Superman.
that can thrower. Look
Hold
at
on,
that
let me
goddamn can thrower.
Let me slow it down a little bit here.
He could have took his eye out, bro. That black guy looking like he's about business.
Yeah, he's pointing at Superman there.
And he said, I pay taxes like
Yeah.
every other American.
I think this is probably my favorite shot right here. He just looks like he's struggling, man.
Yo, no. And see, that's where I come in, right? Because I'm the type of person, don't watch a movie with me. Anybody who watch movies with me will tell you I'm horrible. That's why I watch movies by myself. Because all these cinematic scenes, like, I like to pause and I'll be looking at stuff in the background. And
He's
I'm one of them Easter egg finders.
He has such a stupid fucking haircut, and I love
Bro,
it.
I wish if I had white hair, I would definitely get a mop.
I
top.
love Nathan Fillion, man. Nobody can ever make me hate this guy, bro. I don't care. You can
that
never.
mop top is fire. Hey, Weenie, would you ever get a mop top?
Jay Gardner, bro, the funniest Green Lantern, bro. Nobody can make me hate this guy, man.
Yeah, I feel like he might be, you know, he might be that little bit of comedy that they need. All
And
right?
they are working on a Lanterns TV show, because I saw people were asking, like, you know, where's Hal Jordan and stuff like that. I think they'll probably show up in that. And there's another. I think Batman comes out next year too. So DC got, you know, they got
Is
some.
Batman getting a reboot?
No, well, like I said, I don't know because you know when they
If I
made
don't get to see Zoe,
When they made no, I mean they're making a sequel to that movie, but I don't think it's related to Superman. Is what I'm saying. Like
And I'm
I
fine
don't
with
think
that.
they're in the
That's
same
fine.
universe. So I'm not sure anyway.
That's fine. Like I said, everything doesn't have to be meshed together. Just be good. I'm fine with it not
When he
being in the
said he
same
had
universe.
this haircut he had this when he was a kid, not by choice. That's so. I'm sorry,
Weenie,
man.
I think I will pay you to grow that back. Name
You
your
gotta you
price.
gotta cosplay as him next year, man. Come on, this is just perfect.
I'll buy the wig. Just let me know.
Oh man, this is so funny, man.
I
Jesus
would try to
Christ.
pull it off, but I don't know,
Yeah,
man.
and this is Hawk Girl. I'm pretty sure Hawkman's in this too.
Hawk Girl looks good from this little.
She does. She looks better than she did in the Wonder Woman movie. But anyway,
Yeah, she looks official right there.
yeah,
Everything looks good. Superman might win me over, man. I don't know.
yeah. And this is
James Gunn Superman.
I forget what the name is for. I think it's Kelix, something like that. This robot here. This looks like the Fortress of Solitude 100%. Like I think this is 100%.
Yeah, there's the crystals in the background. You see?
Yeah, this is 100% the Fortress of Solitude. So, yeah, man, I'm excited for this. If you guys haven't seen the Superman trailer, please watch it for yourself. Feel
Go
free.
watch it with the sound. Do
Yeah,
yourself some justice.
it's pretty
We
incredible.
can't because YouTube is on our. YouTube will be on our bumper when I post this.
They'll be alright. They'll be okay. Other
Oh no,
people-
we ain't got sound, so we're good. Like you know what? Our channel has been doing very well. Knock on wood. We have not caught any strikes.
They will be just a-okay. So,
And all of them, yeah, we been good, man.
all right, that's Superman. All right, so let's talk a little bit about Call of Duty, man, and this whole anti-cheat
Ooh,
rebellion that the community seems to be slowly turning on the first-person shooter, man. So Call of Duty Activision released a blog post. I want to say it was like a week or so ago, talking about them updating the anti-cheat in the game and how it missed the mark after the game integrated with the launch of Season 1. If you guys haven't been playing Call of Duty, or you might have been playing a lot of Call of Duty, I would imagine you probably run into some form of a cheater in ranked play or Warzone, maybe pubs. But it just seems like it's pretty rampant, and a lot of prominent content creators have basically hung the cleats up, if you will, and hung the jerseys up in the rafters, and they don't want to play anymore until a lot of these issues are fixed. And I think it's pretty concerning. It's kind of funny because we always talk about it. You're usually pretty vocal about it too, like the honeymoon period for Call of Duty, and how
I'm gonna let you cook.
like how public opinion it seems to sway. It does a 180 usually, like
It's a cycle,
two-ish
the Call of
months.
Duty cycle.
Yeah, 2-ish months, 60 to 90 days after the game releases, a lot of people just kind of.
I posted it on Twitter.
Yeah.
It's called the Call of Duty cycle. The hype, get the game, the honeymoon phase.
Yeah.
By the time January come around, you hate it. You swear it's the worst Call of Duty ever. It's the same cycle every year.
Yeah, and I think this is a combination of many things, mainly how difficult it is for the Ricochet is the name of the anti-cheat, how difficult it is for it to detect some of the more prominent cheat engines out there. And I mean, they did say they banned over 19,000 accounts, which I think is honestly a drop in the bucket, probably, considering that there's millions and millions of people that play this game. I don't feel like this is nowhere near enough. And honestly, like, I'm surprised that they launched rank as early as they did, because usually they wouldn't launch rank. I mean, the last couple of years, rank usually comes out a few months after the game launches. And I wonder if that was them just worrying about player longevity, or people, sticking to the game after its initial release. And I think that was a mistake, because now you have all kind of issues and people don't want to play ranked, or their experience is just pretty bad. I mean, even in Warzone, like, I've seen some crazy. I was telling DC earlier, like, I've seen some crazy stuff that's been posted on like Reddit, Twitter, and everything. Like, I saw a guy running around with a not just a ray gun, but another guy running around with like a laser cannon from zombies in Warzone, literally lasering people out of the air. And it's
I saw people getting care packages thrown at them, and it's just like, like I was telling you, it's weird because I stay in multiplayer. I do want to run Warzone, but I don't like playing any games with randoms at all. It's just to a point where
Yeah.
if I'm not playing with my friends, I just really do not want to play games. Like I'm for example, I'm playing Marvel. Marvel, what is it? Rivals? What's the
Yes.
joint?
Marvel Rivals. Yeah.
So I'm playing Marvel Rivals and I'm the only healer. I'm healing. At the end of the match, I get called a bitch. I get told to pick a better player. Um, I get told I was pretty much useless. My player was useless. Put the dumb shark dog up and do something. And I'm like, but don't we need a
There
healer?
aren't bad characters in that game.
So my thing is this. I just would rather play with my friends. Sometimes, I'll solo queue certain games,
Yeah.
but it's very just really in and outish because I just don't feel like dealing with it. But circling back around to Call of Duty, I think the problem we have with Call of Duty is that first of all, it's just the name Call of Duty, right? People are gonna want to break it. For some odd reason, we live in a world in a society where people like to break shit. Like they want it to fail for some reason. I don't know why. So you got an influx of hackers, which is unfortunate. And there's going to forever be a battle with this game. The more anti cheats they create, the more hackers are going to be jolly enough to jump in and try to break it. It's just going to be a constant tug of war. Hopefully, the good side wins because I do want to play. I really would love to just get into Warzone. To me personally, I am enjoying this Call of Duty. Cheats aside, I've been enjoying it.
Yeah. Same.
My honeymoon phase is pretty much over. My only beef beyond the cheating is I'm not a big fan of the majority of the maps. I'm just not. I hope that because I think they're dropping a nostalgia pack soon. Like they're supposed to be dropping a whole bunch of old maps or something like that. Um, but besides that, I do enjoy the game, and I hate to see it like go through this. And mind you, I haven't played Call of Duty in a while, so for those of you who think that I'm just a Call of Duty fanboy who plays every year, that's why he's saying this. No, I haven't played Call of Duty.
Nah.
I don't know how long.
And it
I
kind of
just
seems
enjoy
like these
the
conversations are a
movement.
little bit different as far as the community goes. Like I know people start to kind of fall by the wayside and play other games, but I think this is coming to a head now. Like to the point where, like I said, a lot of larger streamers, content creators who, for better or for worse, bring a lot of attention to the game, and that they've kind of like put their foot down. I mean, not even just them, but like I said, people on Reddit and stuff. It seems like this has just been like years of decision making that has kind of started to hit them in the head. And honestly, I would love to see them get away from like that Call of Duty HQ
Hmm.
thing that where they integrate the newest game into that platform, because it seems like even if you release some sort of anti cheat on top of that, it's still the platform itself is still kind of Swiss cheese. That I mean, people were cheating like day zero with this game. Like cheats were already kind of circulating through the community, and they're pretty cheap to buy. Like 50 to
Yeah,
$100, you can go buy a cheat, or you can buy an account from
aim
someone.
bots and all types of.
Yeah, like people are leveling up accounts and selling them with cheats. Like it's such a
And see,
hard thing to fight, and I
and that's
truly
the
don't
thing,
think.
right? Because it's kind of hard to track it, like because it's a whole nother account that people are giving you. It's not like your main account, like the account that I use to play every day. Like you're getting these separate accounts. So if it get bricked, it's like, okay, well, who cares, right?
Yeah, I
You're
mean,
like,
I
that's
really
just a
think there
fake
just needs to
account.
be some sort of legislation against these companies. Like Bungie in the past has taken action
Yeah, I was
against
gonna ask you,
cheat.
what do you think we could do about it?
I mean, I just think that there needs to be like some real like consequences behind people cheating in these games. I mean, because people aren't gonna want to hear, right? But when you purchase a game, you launch the game, you agree to all their terms and conditions that no one ever reads.
And in there, it
and then
says it does tell
and
you
that's
if
pretty
your
much
ass
every
get caught
game.
cheating, right?
You know what I mean? And that kind of stuff should have some sort of legal ramifications. And I think that if they target some of the larger groups or companies doing this, because it's even to the point now, I think there's like secret discords and stuff that There's like cheater discords and they like it's like the more I looked into it over the last couple of weeks, I was just like, wow, man, like it's really like
It's scary times, right?
yeah, it's a big problem to figure out. It's not just as simple as Johnny in 10th grade, 15, 16-year-old kid, using his mom's money to buy cheats. Like the rabbit hole is really deep on this stuff, and you know, I
Yeah, but
I don't know. I mean, and maybe now that Activision is owned by Microsoft, they can probably get some of their. Hopefully, they can get some of their security engineers on it to see if they may have some better solutions. Like throw some money at the problem. That's usually
well,
usually
you
the only
just
way to
gotta
fix these kind of
be.
things, right?
Unfortunately, you're just gonna have to make an example out of somebody. We got
Yeah,
ATL Darkstar in the chat said you got to be a special kind of loser to buy a leveled account with
you'd be
cheats, right?
surprised. You'd be
You'll be
surprised.
surprised because some people are just really ass at the game.
Yeah,
Some people just want to win, or it's like I want to feel what it's like to be a winner. So people, if they got like $50, because like Darius was saying, it don't cost that much.
they're extremely affordable for the average
Like,
person.
dude, there's full websites. Like, you can type this shit in Google.
Hmm.
There's full websites selling this shit. And so, I want to piggyback off what you said. Like, sites and stuff like that needs to be targeted by who? I don't know. The internet police,
They're
whoever.
legal teams.
Um,
These
yeah,
companies, these large companies have legal teams. They're the
they
ones
need
that
to
need to.
scour the internet, and they need to start like. It's sad because you're obviously going to have to make an example out of someone.
Yeah,
If you start charging these people and fining them and jail time, whatever, like people might say, "Oh, jail time, that's extreme." But if you read the terms and conditions,
you agreed to the terms and conditions.
you agree to this. Like it's in there. Like
Yeah,
all y'all just click on accept and y'all don't read. It's I promise you, because their lawyers are going to point that shit out in court.
yeah.
Well, here you sign this to be
You
online.
legally agreed to our terms and conditions when playing online with your friends. You know, and
Exactly.
I know,
So,
and I see a lot of people say, "Oh, well, just turn crossplay off." Like that's not gonna fix the issue either. Cheats do
dude,
exist
they
on
were cheating
console
on
as well.
360.
Yeah, like
Remember we was playing, what was it, Black Ops
yeah,
2?
it's
There
it's
was dogs humping each other. It was all kinds of
you
crazy
can
shit
take
going on.
a USB you
Hmm.
can buy at Best Buy, load cheats on it, and plug it into your console. It's that
Yes,
simple.
sir.
Like
Yep.
it's not. It's a much bigger problem just turning crossplay off. Like I wish people would understand it, and I don't know what the answer is. We don't have the answers, man. It's just tough. It's
FBI, open up. That's the answer. What you in here
it's
doing?
unfortunate. I mean, even other games are kind of going through this as well. I mean, Apex. We were talking about Apex before we started recording, and how their player numbers are starting to dwindle from a plethora of issues, not just cheating, but stability issues with the
Lack of
game, lack
content,
of content.
stability. Yeah.
And I mean,
They
they
getting
they
hit.
were they were saying Call of Duty was saying that they were planning on having a more robust Ricochet anti cheat sometime between season 2 and season 3. That's anywhere from 30 to 45 days, I think, for a season in COD, and
Hang in there, brother.
that could be a death knell for a lot of games, man. Like honestly, like that's a death knell for a lot of
let's
games.
be honest. It do not take much for a game to fall off.
No,
It doesn't take much. It's dangerously scary how quick people could leave your game. Just ask, what was that? Concord. Let's just
oh Concord, oh man, so
people came and
sad.
went within a day. Like people have short attention spans and we move on quick. Like we
Yeah,
move on at the drop of a dime. Like so if your game not smacking, you know what I'm saying? If that shit ain't hitting, and then the fact that there's so many other games out right now. So
and
if
coming
something's
out,
not to your liking,
like
speaking of, me and Weenie played that. What did we play? Delta Force last week,
oh yeah,
aka Battlefield again.
how was that? How'd you guys like it?
It's not for me. I think I had a hard time adjusting because it's mouse and keyboard.
Oh, there's no controller
So
support. Oh, that's
they
unfortunate.
said controller support coming in the near future. But
Ah, okay.
it's not a bad game. It's really not. It's if you love Battlefield, I think you'll fit right in with that game.
Sure.
But it's just so big. I just have a hard time dealing with like these huge maps and you getting sniped every 2 seconds. And
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
is the other mode, I think they may be cooking something with the other mode.
The extraction mode. That's
The
what Wing said in
extraction
chat.
mode
Yeah.
maybe there may be something there. Me and Weenie didn't get to it. Why the hell we didn't get through the extraction mode, Weenie? Did we just stop? Like I think we just stopped playing. Like
Yeah.
we just wanted to play Call of Duty. So
It's just
yeah, Delta Force it's all right, man. I say go check it out.
and
I tell people
honestly,
to go
man,
check
like I kind of wish Call of Duty would kind of go back to being more about. I don't want to say like
all these
realistic
goofy
warfare,
ass
but
skins.
yeah, you
Say
know,
it, man.
it's definitely turning
We got a
more.
lizard.
It's turning more into like Fortnite with the.
We got a lizard that smoked
so-
weed.
I mean, yeah, and you got a unicorn that like farts rainbows as the
His
execution.
name is Danky,
you
Darius.
know.
His name is Danky Panky. All right.
Yeah, man,
You
it's
can
not.
pull him up. Matter of fact, why you got the screen up? Let's look at Danky Panky. Can you pull him up?
I'd rather not.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
Oh,
But you got anime characters in Call of Duty. You got like when they shoot you, you explode into magic pink, like candy coated dust. It's like Call of Duty. What the fuck? What is this? What is this, man? I'm not feeling like 80% of the skins. I did get the Santa Claus one because I thought it was funny because I was running around in a lobby chat saying call me Daddy Claus every time I was killing people.
okay.
Yeah, that pissed a lot of people off.
This
but,
isn't it, but yeah, I mean, like, look at this. Like, this guy's wearing a orangutan mask. Like, what the fuck is happening with this game?
I don't know. Racism.
Like,
Oh, that's racism.
I wouldn't say that.
racism.
I just think it's
No,
just,
I'm joking. I'm saying that jokingly, guys. I'm saying that jokingly.
it's just, Call of Duty's fun to play. Like, I play it once a week, maybe. I couldn't imagine being a content creator whose livelihood depended on this game. You know, it's
Ooh.
because I've seen
That's
a lot
tough.
of them. A lot of them have kind of either switched over to Marvel Rivals or some other game. You know,
Marvel Rivals is literally saving the industry right now.
Yeah, I mean, it's doing great. It's doing numbers.
Well, as far as content creating go, content creators and streamers.
yeah.
Like I
So-
said, I knew Apex was in the hole when Ninjala stopped playing it. I was like, oh.
Honestly, man, like I don't know what Apex does and where they can go from this point. If I'm being honest, I don't know what they could do to.
Am I cruel for saying this? But there you go. Danky Panky. Wait, what?
No, this is some frog guy. I don't know. Froggy Forest is what this is called. I mean, like,
what the
what are we doing, right?
and you paying like 24 hard smackos for that.
Yeah.
You paying like $18 for this stuff.
Yeah, these
man.
skins are outrageously expensive. Like, I don't know, man. Like, this just the more I kind of look at this stuff, the more like I'm cool not playing. Like, I don't miss really playing Call of Duty. I like playing, just like you said. Like, I enjoy playing with my friends, but I think that's more
It's
of
okay, bro.
us having fun as a friend group versus me wanting to play Call
It's
of Duty.
social hour. We don't care, and then we don't care like if we win or lose. Nobody cares.
No.
It's kind of a social thing.
Nah, the
We
game
in there-
doesn't. The game doesn't make me mad anymore. Yeah, it's just like, oh, we lost. Oh no.
But when it comes to Apex, I'm gonna say it, man. It's okay to have a run and die. It's okay.
I see it going down the Overwatch path at this point.
It's okay to die. It's okay for you had a nice. How long Apex been out? You had a good run.
6-ish years.
7 years.
6-7 years, something like that.
You had a good run, man. Go ahead and lay down
Let's
in the
see.
coffin, bro. It's okay.
Apex Legends.
I'm not
release date.
bad. Like when you start to milk it and you getting desperate, that's when I have
5
a
years,
problem.
going on 6 years. It'll be 6 years next February.
It's just honestly with me, there's a lot of things that I've been asking for that I felt like would have really sparked new life into this game, but it just kind of relied on what was working, and you can't do that forever because you're gonna have to reinvent yourself. It's like a marriage; like you gotta kind of just reinvent yourself. Like you can't
Yeah, and honestly,
just
man,
keep doing the same things.
honestly, they got to kind of be worried about Fortnite at this point because they just dropped that first person mode that a lot of people say is really good. It's really fun to play,
It's good.
and I kind of looked at Call of Duty like, hey, you guys need to be paying attention to what they're doing over
Dude.
here.
Fortnite is just a black hole.
Yeah,
That shit is sucking in everything. You got Mariah Carey, You got Shaq. You got all kinds of stuff that's just being dumped into this game.
Right.
It's never ending with Fortnite. You got anime characters. You got basketball players. You got all not just basketball, all kinds of athletes. Now they're putting vehicles, real life vehicles in a game, Mercedes and stuff like that. Like
The Tesla
they're
truck is in the
having
game now.
events. Yeah, they have events going on. They have music events going on. They have a whole like Christmas event. They got boss battles in the game. You could fight Snoop Dogg as a boss. Like it's all over the place, and I think that's gonna like be a problem because when Call of Duty start trying to replicate the stuff that works for Fortnite, it don't translate.
Let me ask you a question that just popped into my head because you've had kids grow up with Fortnite at this point. Do you think that Call of Duty is just not appealing to younger gamers?
That's exactly what it is.
Because
I think Call of Duty is a
keep
sweat
feeling that as
fest.
well.
I think Call of Duty is a sweat fest that kids don't want to invest in.
I don't even think it's the competition portion of it because kids compete in Fortnite. They play. They'll compete and stuff. I think it's
a different kind of compete though. I just feel like Call of Duty just brings out the tyrant in people. Like I don't know. To me, as a person who plays both, I don't know. It's just a different level of sweativity in Call of Duty, man. Like people being there playing like they MLG and like
sure.
It's just like, dog, you're not getting paid for this. Relax. Like I don't know. It's just my opinion and my opinion alone. But I just feel
the
like
world
Call
of TikTok,
Duty,
man. Everybody wants to put you on a TikTok in Call of Duty.
and you got to think about it. That's why Call of Duty is creating these weird characters because I feel like they do trying to. I'm not gonna say kids, but I do feel like
They just say younger gamers.
they're trying to expand. I feel like up and down, like not just young gamers, like older as well. Like I feel like they're trying to expand their appeal in both directions. But Fortnite will forever have that appeal to the younger audience because look at what they do. They include anything that's like relevant to the younger audience. Is in Fortnite.
What the hell is skibbity toilet? What is that? There's like
a toilet that skips.
There's like a guy's head in a toilet that they put on Fortnite, and people were going like crazy for it. If you guys are listening to this and know what that is, please tell it. I'm old. I'm an old man. I don't know what that is. So
that's some young shit that people want. See,
that's something I had no idea what it was. I think
you
it's
might
like
want to ask your daughter about that.
She might know actually. I'm gonna ask Skibbity toilet. This thing. I have no idea. This looks horrifying actually. It's just a meme.
I was gonna say it better not be a black man.
No, it's like some meme. I knew it was a meme. I just had no idea what it was. It was just so weird. So
so I'm surprised they didn't put Cool Guy in there then.
A Chill Guy? He'll probably be there soon. Like I was just like, man, this is when I realized.
No, Dark Star, don't let them have it, bro.
Nah, it's not for us, man.
I've learned to let the youth. I don't even call it goofy no more. Y'all got it, bro. This is
is
y'all time.
Our parents probably thought the stuff we watched was stupid, and like I don't have any feelings toward it. I saw it and I was like, what is this? Like I
kind of want it. I ain't gonna lie.
I think it's like a backpack or something in Fortnite or something, man. Like
he looks like he's in a.
Oh, here's the trailer
situation.
for it. Okay, hold on. We're gonna watch this.
Wait, let me write that down. That was a good one. Working on my stand up, y'all.
This is like some. Okay, this guy's plungers. Okay, look at this. Like what? What is happening? That's so strange. I didn't like that. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, we'll see where Call of Duty goes, man. They got a tough road ahead of them.
Hey, man, salute to all the young gamers, man.
Yeah,
y'all got it. I don't want toilet bowl head. Yeah, I'm good. He looks creepy.
It looks a little concerning for me. So,
all right, I'm just gonna keep rocking my Master Chief skin.
Yeah. Our last story of the day: Kadokawa and Sony agree to form a strategic capital and business alliance. For those of you who don't know, Kadokawa Corporation is a gigantic, probably the largest anime light novel publishing company in Japan, and there was rumors of Sony trying to purchase Kadokawa outright. but instead they only bought I think 10% of the company, about 12 million shares, according to this press release here,
Mhm.
for about 50 billion yen. So, I mean, that's a lot of money. Like even like in USD, I forget how much
Oof.
this is, but you know,
Dang,
that's
I was trying to pull up my translator. I just want to say real quick, shout out to our guy Bell Cross.
hey
I'm
man,
sorry to hear about your loss, brother. I heard about your uncle, man. And
yeah, I saw
hey,
that on
fuck
Twitter.
cancer.
Yeah,
Yeah, fuck cancer, bro.
fuck cancer
We hope you're
forever,
doing
man.
all right. And to lose someone during the holidays, holy shit, that gotta suck. But we're here for you, brother. We're here
Let's,
for you, brother. You ever need to talk? Hit me up, man.
happy holidays to you as well, man. It's good to see you. So yeah, 10% of their shares, and I think this actually has the potential to be pretty cool from what their plans are for both of these companies' plans are. It seems like they're wanting to work more on mixed media IP. Like I said, Katakawa they have like some of the largest anime light novels. Properties
Interesting.
that they've owned and have
What?
owned for a long time. So, and Sony seems like they've been wanting to move. I mean, especially in the last couple of years, they've been wanting to move more into like TV. I mean, I think Xbox as well. Like just gaming companies in general seem like they want to move more into doing mixed media stuff. For very varying
Hmm.
success. I
This
will
is
say that.
interesting.
So,
What do you
um,
think comes from this?
I think we'll probably get like, I know some people were speculating like maybe we could get like an Elden Ring show or some Dark Souls show, or I think that
Hmm.
would be cool to see, some of the more, I don't want to say like lesser known properties or light novels and stuff.
Right.
But and for those of you guys who don't know what like a light novel is, just think of it like a Japanese book, without pictures. Just a story, a fantasy book without pictures.
Okay.
I've read a few light novels in my day, but I like this, man. Like I'm always for like mixed media stuff. I think this is cool. They just had that one show come out on Amazon Prime. Gosh, I can't think of the name of it.
Fallout?
Secret Level. No, not Fallout.
Oh, I've been meaning to watch
Yeah,
that.
it's out. I haven't watched any of it, but I've heard good
I'm
things about
trash.
it. I've heard this actually is really really good. And
But with the climate, right?
let me see.
Do you think this is natural progression considering like with the climate of the gaming industry and how, it's really, really getting hard to
Yes,
turn a profit?
yes,
You know what I'm saying? So this seems like a natural progression, like to kind of not only do you get a game, but then you get this cool, maybe you get a TV show with it. You brand it out to action figures and yeah, I think this is definitely
yeah. Because there was that one. Speaking of Secret Level, that Pac-Man show was like a prequel to the game that's coming out. That Lost Labyrinth game. I had no
mhm.
idea that was something about Pac-Man. I was like, what? It's like some dark take on Pac-Man. I can't think
Ooh.
of the name of the
I
level,
think I'm
but
here for that.
yeah, but they showed the
Dark
game.
Man?
They
Yeah.
they showed the trailer for it at the Game Awards, and now there's a Secret Level episode coming out either this week or sometime soon, man. But yeah, I like this kind of stuff. I think this is cool. I mean, just like we were talking about, Fallout did really well. Halo, was a thing. I didn't say it was good, but it was a thing. It
I
happened.
forgot all about Master Ass.
Yeah,
Hold on.
Master Cheeks.
I even though I'm not gonna sit up here in front, I did enjoy the second season. I
Yeah, I was
did.
about to say, you said the second season wasn't that
Yeah,
bad.
the first season was ass. It was pure ass.
Let's
But
see. I'm trying to find like, yeah, they have like a pretty extensive
did
list.
they ever find a home? Halo never found a home, did it?
No, I don't think so. Not that I've heard.
Yeah, Halo's still homeless, bro.
Yeah, like a lot of big anime and stuff that has come out, like RE0, they own that. Sword Art Online, like they publish like some of the biggest anime manga like in Japan and outside of it as well. But they
Hmm.
want to reach a larger audience, which I think is cool. And honestly, I think this just positions Sony to continue their domination of the anime market. Because, like I said, they already own Funimation and Crunchyroll, which they merged together. And, so here we are with them partnering with another large publisher. And a lot of people are like, oh, well, maybe one day they'll end up buying Katakawa outright. I don't necessarily think that's going to be the case. I wouldn't be. Sony doesn't really worry me when they buy companies personally. I don't freak out about them doing it. I mean, outside of the Concord, just like we mentioned earlier, but yeah, I mean, I'm excited to see more of this kind of stuff because I mean, like, unless you buy like not light novels can be kind of hard to buy sometimes, so maybe there'll be like some sort of publishing deal to make it easier for
Or have
people
like an
to
online,
purchase.
like
Yeah,
kind of like an online, storefront or whatever to get them.
right. Because I
Yeah,
mean,
but I
there's
think
some really cool like I don't know if you guys are into anime or manga, but light novels have some pretty cool stories, and they're not just for kids.
actually very
So
good.
yeah, so
If you're a person that's story driven, like a good story, I would say definitely expand your horizons and kind
hmm
of look up some of these stories, man. They're pretty awesome, you know.
yeah, they have quite a bit of like they're a huge company. So hang on one second.
Da 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 da. We are on hold, and while we are on hold, I'm gonna sing you a song. Yeah, but I also think that Sony, I don't know, Sony might be cooking up something over there. They're moving very strategically,
Yeah,
and I think this is just another dope thing to add to the secrecy of strategery. See how I did that? Whatever they doing over there, man. Sony has been,
they have a
to
plan. Yeah,
me,
they
in
have
my
a plan
opinion,
of
it
how
seems
they
like
want to
they're
do.
making good moves.
I mean,
I didn't know anything about this.
and I mean honestly, we could see vice versa, right? Like you could have their gaming properties being made into like the anime style movies, shorts.
Mm-hmm.
Like that would be cool. Like imagine like a God of War or I
God of War
not
novels
necessarily
or
Last of Us, but yeah, sure, maybe yeah, like a God of War light novel. Or I would love to see stuff like that. I think that
like
there's potential for that.
I love when they put like certain things into like an anime like style. Always thought that was pretty cool. Like they'll take
Yeah,
something pretty much like uh, I guess we could use Last of Us and have it like in the anime type of,
yeah,
you know,
or maybe like a you
animation,
could
you know
even
what I'm
have like
saying?
a Last of Us like anthology anime where it's not necessarily focused on
Yeah.
Joel. Like I would love to see
Maybe it'd
that
be
more
the
of that
focus
world
on
explored. So
the plague or the
hmm
actual, what are they called? The spores, whatever the hell they call it in Last
yeah,
of Us.
yeah, you can just say yeah, sure.
Yeah, yeah. But since we're here, right? I said I was gonna say it on live because I owe Gohan an apology. Okay, but I'm gonna explain to you why. All right, you just gotta hear me out. So I'm gonna give you 4 minutes. It's only gonna take me 4 minutes. All right. So what is the main thing that I complain about with Goku?
I mean, there's a lot. There's not really a main thing. You just hate him. What is
But
it?
no, there's a reason why I hate him because he's a big stupid idiot. That's why I hate him, right?
Okay.
So I've been giving Gohan a lot of shit about like he's not strong enough, all this, that, and the third. You can't have your cake and eat it too. You know why I'm about to leave Gohan alone? Because Gohan see that his dad is a big stupid ass. And guess what Gohan did? He went to college. Okay?
He did.
He went,
Yes, he did.
and you know what? Shout out to Chi Chi because she was like, your dad is dumb. I don't want you to be dumb, son. You need to
He's a
go to
scholar,
school.
man. Yeah, he's been a
I
bookworm.
am
And
I owe Gohan an apology. Okay? He doesn't have to be the strongest. They could give him bullshit hair and power ups. You can get the world, Gohan, because you know why? You're not a stupid ass like your dad.
he secretly loves Goku, guys. Don't fall for it.
Nah, Gohan's my guy, bro. I am rooting for Gohan now because I used to hate them both equally. I thought Gohan was like such a waste of character. But then when I looked at his story development, and I was like, you know what?
You could
Gohan's not that
you could
bad.
kind of look at Gohan like the guy who could have went to the NFL, but he wanted to be a doctor. There was actually a story like that that came out recently.
Yeah,
So
I was looking at Gohan a lot different the last couple of weeks. I was like, you know what?
yeah,
Gohan's not a dumbass. I
that's
could
funny.
respect that. Like he went to school and got an education. He has a little family now. He actually there for his daughter. You know what I'm saying? Like he's everything that Goku ain't. Only thing Goku got above him is he's stronger.
Look at
That's
this
it.
guy
And
right
that's
here.
starting to be debatable because uh,
Look at this guy.
I
Look at this
still don't
scholar right
like
here,
Beast
man.
Gohan. I really don't. kind of look like you, man. I ain't gonna lie.
No, it does not.
Do a side profile. That's Darius.
Eat shit.
Gohan. Wait, I can't even merge y'all names. I don't even know how that sounds. Darhan.
Oh God. Okay.
But yeah, man, shout out to Gohan for like being a family man and being smart, man. Like Goku is just.
I will say this: he did pick up his father's habits on being a dad.
No, he's there for his child.
Nah, he always had Piccolo picking up Pan, man.
But what was he doing when Piccolo was picking up Pan?
It don't matter.
He was out there saving
Piccolo
the world.
is the best dad, man. That's
he
all
was
I'm
out
saying.
there saving the world. Goku didn't have an excuse. He was training. He was leaving his kids to go train. He could have took his kids with him. Gohan was going to fight threats.
Oh,
all right?
man.
No Gohan slander, bro. Hey, I'm team Gohan, bro.
Oh,
All day. I'm about to buy me a Gohan shirt. Look at that guy, bro. Now, like I said, I will admit, Beast form, Cammy did the bang first, bro. That's all I'm gonna say. Cammy had that bang. That's the anime bang across the nation.
You don't like it?
Cammy had it first.
You don't like the little swoosh?
No, that ain't even Gohan Beast. That's his regular hair.
Oh, you
I'm
talking about
okay with
Beast
that.
Gohan? Oh,
Beast
okay.
Gohan with that long ass mop silver shit that he got going on. That shit is bullshit.
You don't like this, man? This ain't tough.
Bruh, comb that shit. Look at that Camby bang. Comb that shit. Hey, at least put, what is it, a scrunchie? Put a scrunchie on that shit, bro. How you fight with
Scrunchy
that?
would probably disintegrate as soon as he puts that shit on his head. Come on, man. It's cool, man.
Yeah. Gohan, you know what? I even fuck with your beast mode, man. Just trim that shit.
I need to get me some of these lemon pepper steppers he got on, man.
Hey, bro, he got
I've been wanting a piece of
Piccolo 11s, boy.
All right, man. Okay.
Piccolos.
All right. Okay.
Oh, Bellcross is back. Yay. Hey, welcome back, man. Welcome back. We're here for you, brother. We know you're going through a lot, man. We know.
That's funny.
Big
man.
hug. Big hugs.
This is
Big
shit
hugs
that
in the
people
chat
drew as
for my
fan
boy.
art. Yeah. But it turned out
I
to be
hate
in the
fan
movie,
art.
so.
Don't show no fan art of Dragon Ball. I hate it.
This is pretty cool.
They just, because you know what they do? They just make him with stupid long ass hair and no eyebrows.
I'm glad he has
Look
eyebrows.
at Gohan. Look at that beast of a man. Come on.
Yeah, see, this is fan art. This is cool. That's pretty cool.
Come on, dog. Still got the Cammy bang though. He need to put that thing up, bro.
Okay.
Cammy did it.
All right. Anyway, we're done.
Yeah,
all right,
Gohan.
guys.
Team Gohan. Let's go.
Before we get any more off the rails, I think that's the end of the episode, man. Thank y'all for hanging out today, man. And once again, if you guys were not here at the beginning of the podcast, this is going to be our last episode forever. I'm just kidding. For the rest of the year.
Yeah, we'll be back January 6th.
We will be back next year, man. And we're going to take the rest of the year to kind of recoup, spend time with our families, and get ready for 2025,
yes, sir,
man.
Yes, sir.
I
guessed that, and I was right. No, it's January. No,
the first Saturday.
January 4th.
I think it's
We will be back January 4th, Saturday, same place, same time.
Yeah.
We hope you guys have a Wait, I'm doing an outro wrong. You supposed to go first.
You're out of order. You're out of order, man. See what I'm talking about? This is why we need to take the year off here. See, but no, guys. Seriously, man, I appreciate everything for everyone that comes in and shows us love, man. This has been a very long year for me personally, and I am very much looking forward to next year. A lot of big changes in my personal life, as well as for the podcast, as well. A lot of good changes. And, you know, I will forever be grateful for you guys for showing us as much love as y'all have, man. It's crazy that it'll be 5 years next year, I think, since we've been doing the podcast. It was definitely pre-COVID. I'm pretty sure the podcast.
Did we start in COVID?
No, I think I gotta go back and look and see. I think the podcast is pre-COVID. I'm gonna say it is because fuck COVID. But either way, before this outro gets too long, man, thank you guys. I hope you guys have a happy holidays, Merry Christmas if you celebrate. If not, you know, happy holidays, Happy New Year. Stay safe, man. Take care of yourselves. Look after each other and your loved ones, man. I love you guys. You guys can find me everywhere. I'll still be on social media here and there. You know, Darius the Artist. You can find me everywhere. Darius the Artist, where E is a 3. DC, you got the floor, man.
Hey, everybody. Like I said earlier, just want everybody to reflect, chill with family, chill with friends, whoever is your comfort zone. Get over there and do some reflecting, some relaxing, some present gathering and all that good stuff. I want to say again, shout out to one of our our brothers, Mr. Bellcross. I know you lost your uncle. It's to cancer, and man, I just can't give enough condolences to you, brother. I know that's hard during the holidays. Like I said, we are a tight knit family here. So if you ever just want to swing through, hit me up, hit any one of us up, man. We keep it tight around here, and I hope you and your family, for what it's worth, I hope you guys still manage to just try to have somewhat of a decent holiday, my brother. And last but not least, before we ride up out of here, hey, we will be back January 4th. Put that on your calendars. We'll be back, recharged, reset, and ready to kick 2025's ass. That's all I have.
Yes, indeed. Thank you guys. We will see y'all next year, man. Have a good one. Peace.
Peace.